Hi, it's me, Newton, and Malini. And as you can see from the fireplace behind us, winter is
And
here
with this,
too.
you're going to show them the snow. And with the
Yes,
snow outside, okay.
the winter is here. And although it's beautiful, winter wonderland and everything, uh, people our age, or maybe some people, I don't know, which are younger too, cannot stand this winter. And even though I love Chicago and every other time, January, February, not the time I want to be here. My way of dealing with winter now is to take as many trips to warm weather as I can. Now,
On the other hand, I grew up in a country which did not have seasons. It was in Malaysia. It was hot all the time. We probably grumbled more about the heat and the humidity. We had Christmas where the palm trees had lights and we were on a beach. But anyway, I think for as long as my work life, there wasn't much of a choice. I had to get up early, go in the winter, drive in any weather. There really wasn't a way of enjoying winter, so I have to say I pretty much hated it. I did not like getting up in the dark, getting back in the dark, driving in all kinds of bad weather, stuck in traffic. But one of the things that we did talk about retirement, but one of the things I have enjoyed about working part time is I have the ability to work remote, but I have also had the ability to embrace winter. So the term wintering, or the Danish, I think it's hygge or huggy or whatever it is, this idea of being with the seasons. We are not trying to outsmart the season or run away from the season. But after we've enjoyed spring and summer, we've kind of moved down in terms of activities. In the fall, we now come to winter. I don't use the word hibernate, but in a way, that is what your body is doing. It is an invitation to slow down.
and but I think you're right in what you're saying. But my issue with winter has always been like you. I have had to drive 55 miles each way in winter. My car struck down. I have almost PTSD from winters, and I always get cold. I'm not in winter sports, so a lot of people love winter. They go, they do skiing, they do snowboarding, they do a lot of winter sports and things. I cannot take it. um, I um, I don't want to say I'm a fair weather person, but winters I enjoy outside looking at it. So beautiful snow, winter wonderland. But on a day-to-day basis, even if I'm not working, winter um, is. I know I would learn
Is
to.
it the
I would.
cold, the cold or the light? Because
No,
obviously
light I
days are
like.
short. No, I
No, oh,
meant
you
the
mean
days
lack
are
of
short.
light.
Lack of light.
Lack
Yeah.
of light. Oh, I get, you know that there are so many people who actually have seasonal affective disorder. And for me, it's not an affective disorder or mood disorder, but it is almost like my body shuts down. So anything people would say about, oh, exercise or swim or do this or that or that, uh, I just can't. My body shuts down. So I actually want to hear from you in terms of what can be done during winter that does not require a lot of energy, and yet
Okay.
you can stay here. Because right now, I every time I go away,
Yeah. So
but when we get as old, we won't be able to.
one of the things I have consciously decided is I do not want to travel in the winter. So I have consciously decided that between November and March, I am not going to anywhere. I am not going to be worrying about flights being cancelled, anything to do with the airports. It's very stressful. So I now have the choice not to travel. So that's number one. Traveling during winter for me is extremely stressful because of the way the weather. Everybody who's traveled 2 weeks ago has been stuck with cancellations, this, that, whatever. So, having said that, work, a couple of days, you can make it remote. That that is up to anybody to do whatever they want to do. Sometimes you have a choice and sometimes you don't. But the main thing is, I have actually enjoyed thinking about how to winter. Okay, number one is getting out of the house as little as possible. So the days that are nice, meaning the weather is okay, I go out, I do errands, but when I know, and I'm always looking at the weather report, so I roughly know, okay, Saturday, Sunday is going to be very cold, and this is really true. Okay, so I've done stuff already. If you have to go out to do some groceries that you have to, then do that. But on the other hand, hey, I'm a big Amazon person. Plug to Amazon and Amazon Fresh. So groceries get delivered. Our logs, as you can see, get delivered. We are big fireplace people. So we have a fire going pretty much most of winter. Warm drinks. I tend to make, warm teas, warm coffees. The other thing really is, if I'm going to go out, learning to dress. Let me tell you, half of the people don't dress properly. I mean, merino wool pants, little bit of a thermal thing. It makes you feel less cold when you go out to have to do something. But I think the essence of wintering, it is actually a call to tell your body to slow down. And I think trying to do too much in winter kind of goes against it. I think it is actually, it doesn't matter where you go. I know the lack of light is a problem. People do, use the seasonal lamps. We tend to keep a lot of light in the house. So house is bright. We have cozy things all over the place, throws, lots of books. We get, either buy books, or I'm a big library fan, so there's always a book to read. So something warm to drink, cozy socks, cozy blanket, a nice book to read, and making some simple foods that are nourishing to your body. Sometimes people are into the seasonal vegetables. So a
You
little
know
bit.
what we should do? Go ahead. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but at next episode, maybe what we should do is talk about winter cooking,
Yes, we can do that.
healthy winter cooking.
So when you have, sort of root vegetables, soups, something that's warm, easy to eat, but fairly nutritious, because we all can get coughs and colds and stuff. So adding things with vitamin C, ginger, turmeric, black pepper, those kinds of things. But to get back to it, you asked me about activity. Now, even in the winter, we do try to go with our trainer to the gym twice a week. But on the other hand, I do have at home, simple weights and things, some resistance stuff, squats. You can move around, do activities at home. I am not an outdoor sports person, so that's really not my thing. But when I talk about wintering, I am talking about limiting traveling, or limiting even getting out of the house. And I'm not one of those that feels housebound, or, we love our house. So one of the things is, wherever you can, make your house cozy and
Winterable.
warm. Yeah, where you can enjoy being in it. Yes, we like watching, and this is in another way, it gives you permission to do things you wouldn't, you kind of feel bad when the weather is nice outside, you want to go out. But here is the time to say, hey, this is my chance to, like, we love K-dramas, Korean dramas. This is my chance to catch up on that. It's okay.
So what you're saying is, it's actually, what you're telling me reminds me of something that happened during COVID time. It was horrible. We couldn't go anywhere. And I always say to my husband, Avinash, that COVID made us fall in love with our home,
Yes.
because we started spending more time at the house. So I think it's a very, very important point that you're bringing, Malini, that we all have a tendency to think that, oh, we're going to go to warm places, we're going to travel during winter, but there is also going to be a time where you can't travel. And a lot of people like you and I don't have option to move somewhere else because our children are here.
Yes.
So we will be spending time in Chicago during winter and creating a time and space where you can do it is actually a great way.
Yes.
And that embracing winter rather than fearing
That
it,
is why,
like
and
I do.
Yes, and I will tell you this idea of, it's, I'm not coining this term wintering or something. It's now all over. There's a beautiful book about wintering, but the essence of it is embrace the fact
season.
that where you are, okay, there are seasons. There is a reason for seasons. If
Oh, I
you-
love that.
if
Reason
you-
for season.
Yeah. And if you are in a country where it's go, go, go all the time and it's warm, there are also, as you know, even in those places, people eat different things. They do different things.
Beach bumps. There are people.
Yeah.
Beach.
No, what I meant is like, even in religious things, there are different
Yes,
times.
yes.
People talk about warming foods and cooling food.
Yes.
So even in a warm climate, there is a seasonality to it. So I think we should embrace, even if you don't call it wintering, you should embrace the seasons of your body.
I have to tell you, that's one of the reasons I love you so much, that today you actually convinced me that I don't have to be so scared of winter and wanting to go out of Chicago all the time.
But you are right. At some point, you won't be able to travel.
Yes.
And then, now, the light may be a bit different, but put lots of light on. Don't worry about electricity bills.
LED lights,
Yes.
they don't
And
cost
you
us
can,
much money.
people have this additional 10,000 lux and put tons of it up. But when you change your mindset to saying, hey, I am giving myself permission to really winter. Wow, that's a
It's
great,
actually also
great mindset change.
coming close to the nature. That's how
Yes.
it always was. So, okay, thank you so much.